First in high definition from the station on your side, this is WAVY News 10.
We're following breaking news in Virginia Beach. A military helicopter made an emergency landing in the middle of a field off Harper's Road between Oceana Boulevard and Dam Neck Road. We are told there are no injuries. Jason Marks joins us now live from the scene with more. Jason.
Yeah, guys, let's get right to it and show you exactly what we're looking at. You can see the MH-53 chopper right there. Now, we're told that it took off from Oceana a short time ago. As soon as it got into the air, the pilot saw some sort of indicator light that came on. Instead of taking any chances, he decided to go ahead and put it right back on the ground. You can see it landed right in the middle of that field. You do have crews over there sort of trying to figure out exactly what happened. We're told no one was hurt. That's the good news here. Obviously, they're going to go through the chopper, try to figure out why that indicator light came on. Just to give you an idea where we are right now, we're off of Harper's Road, right next to Oceana. Oceana's, Greg, if you want to pan over here, Oceana actually is right across the street. So that will give you an idea. You can see that's the fence right there. That's Oceana property. And then right across the Harper Road, you can see that's where that chopper is. Now, we see several school buses over there. I don't know if that's a school or not. I'll check out, see exactly what that is. But we're continuing to follow this. We just got here a few minutes ago. We can tell you that the chopper landed safely. It was an indicator light that came on. We're told no injuries, and of course we'll continue to follow this throughout the 90 minutes of news. Guys, back to you.
All right, Jason Marks live there with that breaking news for us. Thank you. Well, rain and wind, we begin with the Super Doppler 10 Weather Center and the weather. That's right. The rain has come down several times today. We're going to look outside right now and see what's on radar and Tower Cam 10. The question, when are those skies going to clear? 10 on your side, Chief Meteorologist Don Slater has the answer, hopefully.
And thankfully, we've got no severe thunderstorms into the area. In fact, we're not even seeing rumbles of thunder. But kind of a cool, kind of a very interesting low-pressure area moving on through. You can see everything swirling, but it's tending to fall apart. It's centered right into here right now, but you can see everything swirling around it. And again, it's a low-pressure area, so it's a cyclone, but it's weakening as it draws closer to the coastline. We want to take a view of things. A little bit closer view, show you where we are still seeing some rainfall. We did see some rainfall earlier, which is quite heavy, right about through here toward the Ahoskie area, and that lifted northeastward and tended to fall apart as it entered the Hampton Roads area. Zippo on lightning strikes right now. So again, very, very quiet in that regard. Still have some scattered light rain across the peninsula as well, but again, nothing real big. You can see the biggest rain from about Lee Hall northward through about Williamsburg. Now again, we've had some rain off and on. Here it is. Whoosh, you can see some rain moving on through, and our skies have certainly not cleared on off, but again, there's not all that much rainfall out there for now. We'll tell you more about some cooler temperatures and clearing skies later tonight in just a few minutes.
People who live at a Chesapeake mobile home park say 2 homes are attracting animals, mosquitoes, and causing a terrible stench. One caught fire more than a month ago, and the other was torn down. Residents of the neighborhood along George Washington Highway called 10 on your side for help, and we sent Melanie Woodrow to check it all out. Melanie, what'd you find?
Well, we found exactly what residents told us that we would find, and that includes this mobile home that caught fire, according to investigators, on March 18th. Right now, I am standing on an opposite end of this mobile home than my photographer. You can see me directly through the mobile home because of this fire. About a month and a half after this fire occurred, nothing's been done to clean this mobile home up, and it is not the only one. 2 eyesores in 2 months. That's how long Chantel Gilbert has lived here.
It's a mess.
When she moved in 2 months ago, it didn't look like this. First, this mobile home caught fire on March 18th. Then, the second eyesore.
A couple weeks later, the people there had actually tore it down themselves, and they left, and they just left it there.
Aesthetics aside, there's a stench you'd have to be here to experience.
It's drawing all these stray animals. They could have rabies. Something happened to one of these children. It stinks over there. That's my concern.
So 10 on your side found Eugene Bell, the property's manager.
We're in the middle of demoing them, and the city put a stop work order on them.
Bell told us the city posted that stop work order here outside the mobile home that the owner tore down. Only the stop work order was gone today. Bell says the city told him he needed a permit before he could clear this mess. Eugene, it's gross out here. It smells, it's dirty. You've got kids and families living around here. They're paying you rent, right? Yeah. Would you want to pay rent and live around this?
No, and the thing about it is like I said, everybody in here knows that the permits is what's holding us up.
Bell also said he was waiting on the fire department to finish its investigation at this mobile home.
They just finished up their investigation last week, and we're in the process of getting the permits now.
So 10 on Your Side called the Chesapeake Fire Department, who said they wrapped up their investigation 3 days after the fire.
Yes, our investigation wrapped up on March 21st.
Adding to Gilbert's distress about why it's taking so long to make her feel at home.
I just want it all cleaned up.
And we're back live now, so you may be wondering, as we were, what Eugene Bell was going to have to say about fire investigators telling me that they wrapped up their investigation 3 days after this fire occurred on March 21st, not last week as he initially told us. You'll remember he said he couldn't get the permit he needed. He couldn't demo this area until they wrapped up their investigation. And again, he said they did that last week. So what did he have to say after hearing that that actually happened 3 days after the fire on March 21st? Well, that part of the story coming up tonight on WAVY News 10 at 6. Reporting live in Chesapeake, Melanie Woodrow, 10 on Your Side.
Melanie also called the health department to see if someone could come out and take a look at the property, and she has not yet heard back from them. Only the foundation remains for a home destroyed in a wind-fueled fire earlier this month in Chesapeake. 10 on Your Side shot this video today on Sweet Leaf Place. You can see a fence around the damaged homes there. Chopper 10 was above the scene April 12th when flames burned through 5 houses. Investigators say the fire was an accident, but they couldn't figure out what sparked the flames.
Police in Newport News say a man broke into a home, sexually assaulted a woman in her bedroom, and then tried to attack her mother. Detectives say at some point that mother called 911 and the daughter ran from the house in the southeast area of the city. The suspect ran too, but police chased down 21-year-old Douglas Williams and arrested him. He's behind bars facing a long list of charges. They include burglary, abduction, and sex crimes.
State police say a Virginia Beach man was driving drunk when he crashed through an interstate work zone barrier and hit a worker. Our WAVY traffic jam cams recorded the scene at about 9:30 last night on westbound Interstate 64 near Northampton Boulevard. The worker, Rigel Durant, has serious injuries. Police arrested Thomas Moore of Virginia Beach and charged him with DUI.
Tonight, are jets and jobs at NAS Oceana in jeopardy? Will the Navy jet crash earlier this month in Virginia Beach be used by our enemies to torpedo Oceana? The high-stake politics of closing and realigning military assets could be playing out soon. And now a special report from 10 on Your Side's Andy Fox.
Tom Brack. The Base Realignment and Closure Commission in 2005 nearly sunk Oceana. Now we've had the crash. How does that play with past Brack concerns of too much development near the base, too much encroachment, too many people?
If we rule out any of them and say they're not a threat, then we're not doing our job.
When it comes to Brack, that is the game plan required to fight off other states who want our jets, our carriers, our military installations. Terry Soot is the Secretary of Veterans Affairs and Homeland Security. Her newly created job is to be all things Brack, to be concerned about the FA-18 Hornets that we nearly lost in 2005, to figure out how the Good Friday crash changes the Brack landscape, to keep a pulse on all aspects of the dynamic defense community, and to be guarded about residents who may not want the jets flying overhead here in Hampton Roads.
From a public relations standpoint, when you're saying to the military, our community wants you and we support you, but then you have this voice out here that is against that message, that's difficult. That's difficult to deal with.
A lot of complex issues tonight. Coming up at 6, the battle plan to defend the base and how the recent crash figures into the formula. That's coming up tonight on WAVY News 10 at 6. I'm Andy Fox, 10 on Your Side.
A teenage girl told police a man jumped out of a truck and grabbed her. Tonight, her neighbors turned to 10 on Your Side with a message for the suspect. That's new at 5:30.
And a local man says his license plate was patriotic, but after he drove around with it for years, DMV called it inappropriate.
People come up beside me waving their hands and laughing, and it's fun.
We'll show you that vanity tag. The state made him take off of his truck.
2 elderly sisters waiting to get on a bus. They're robbed and knocked to the ground, and you're going to hear the unusual way that police caught the suspect.
And we continue to follow breaking news in Virginia Beach. A military helicopter made an emergency landing in a field. We do have a crew on the scene working to bring you the latest information. Rain helped firefighters contain this wildfire in Michigan this morning. The flames near the Huron National Forest burned at least 1,500 acres. Crews evacuated dozens of homes. So far, none have burned. No injuries are reported. Surveillance video revealed a lot about a young man.
So much that his father turned him in after seeing it. Police say the 19-year-old watched two elderly sisters buy money orders inside a Florida grocery store. He was outside when they walked out to get on the bus, and as the driver dropped the wheelchair ramp, the man grabbed a purse, knocked both women to the ground, and took off on his scooter. One of the victims was 84, the other 96. The woman in the wheelchair received 2 broken ribs.
The sniffling, sneezing, and coughing, suffering through spring allergies could actually be good for you.
And why doctors say you could have protection against something even worse.
Here in Virginia, we all love our vanity license plates, but the state says this one goes too far. Coming up, I'll show you what it says.
Back to that breaking news in Virginia Beach now. A military helicopter made an emergency landing in the middle of a field off of Harper's Road between Oceana Boulevard and Dam Neck Road.
That's near Corporate Landing Middle School. And 10 on your side's Jason Marks is there on the scene now. Jason?
Yeah, Tom, that chopper was forced to come down, or the pilot, I should say, decided to put the chopper down a short time after taking off from Oceana. Let's give you a live look at what you're seeing there, and that is an MH-53, better known as a Sea Stallion. We're told that that chopper took off from Oceana. As soon as they got into the air, an indicator light, some sort of indicator light came on. The pilot decided at that point that it was best to go ahead and put it on the ground. Now, we're told there are no injuries. As you mentioned, we are next to Corporate Landing Middle School, and they had a nice little field here where they could decide to put that chopper down safely. Right now you do have Virginia Beach fire crews, also of course Navy personnel trying to figure out exactly what caused that indicator light to come on. So it's going to be sort of maybe a lengthy investigation to try to figure exactly what caused that light to come on. We're going to stay here on the scene. We'll have the latest for you coming up in just a few minutes, but for now that's the latest here in Virginia Beach. Jason Marks, 10 on your side.
Pick your plates. A Gloucester man chose one that slipped through the cracks when it was issued almost 7 years ago, and now the DMV wants it back. Then on your sides, Ann McNamara shows us why. Ann?
Tom, everyone, you can read it for yourself. The owner even drew in a period after the first letter, so you don't get confused. He's referencing the now deceased terrorist Osama bin Laden. But wait until you see the plate the DMV gave him to replace this one. He argues it's more offensive.
From a bird's eye view of any parking lot in the Commonwealth, you will find plate after plate of personality. Rick Sanders is not lacking in that category.
People come up beside me waving their hands and laughing.
He watches them in the mirror, straining their necks, sounding it out until it clicks.
Oh, okay.
Sanders got his first vanity plate back in 2001.
Initially after the attacks of 9/11, I was a little upset, as most people are, and I got this plate here. Hate you, Ben.
In 2005, he exchanged that one for this.
It could be meant as fight Osama, forget Osama, whatever you wanted it to be.
What did you want it to be?
Let's not go there.
No one ever accused him of being politically correct. Sanders calls his style patriotic.
We really enjoy showing support.
For 7 years, he drove around with the tag until it suddenly expired.
Our policy is not to issue any personalized plates.
This letter says the Department of Motor Vehicles made a mistake and issued Sanders a plate it considers profane, obscene, or vulgar in nature. The DMV writes, "I understand you may have grown fond of your plates, but you must return them."
And they provided me with this plate to replace it with. Well, 666, the kind of like the devil, and then ate you up. So the devil ate you up, and it hits me as ironic.
And even more ironic, the guy who likes to stir the pot, in the end, is offended.
I don't like 666 on anything.
There is an appeals process. Sanders is in talks with the DMV to switch the plate that he doesn't like, the one they gave him, for another vanity plate. But we were wondering, how does the DMV determine what's offensive and what's not? Who decides? I'll have those answers, all new at 5:30. For now, I'm Ann McNamara, 10 on your side.
Quite a story, and we want to know what you think. If Sanders' plate's original license plate is offensive, go to our Facebook page and weigh in on our interactive poll.
Wow, we got some rain today.
Yeah, rain and some sunshine and some rain.
A little bit of
and
everything,
sunshine and clouds and everything.
Yeah, and temperatures all over the place. I think we're all going to settle in with some cooler weather once this gets done with a little bit later on tonight. Here's what's going on. Super Duper 10 Live. It's kind of a fun picture, at least for me, geeky me, because what we're looking at is a low pressure area that's moving eastward along a front. And you can kind of see it swirling. It's a cyclone. And it's tending to fall apart as it moves eastward into some area that's really had some rain already. So it's tending to fall apart just a bit. We move in for a closer view and show you where it is still raining. You can see it covering Gloucester County, Matthews County, southward through Williamsburg, parts of the peninsula, but it's very, very light rain here. The heavier rain, well, it tended to fall apart as it moved northward out of toward the Ahoskie area and on up toward Virginia Beach, and it fell apart. One last other little shot of rain did create some rainfall as well into eastern North Carolina. But this morning's rain, and remember, over the past couple of nights, I said we're going to see some rain between around 4 o'clock in the morning, 7, 10 o'clock in the morning. And it's going to be right along the Virginia-North Carolina border. Well, it was just south of the border. I said if it goes either direction, you got a different ball game. Well, here's where it ended up being, just south of the state line. And that's where the bulk of the rain has fallen today, this morning, right about through here. As we move into the Hampton Roads cities, it's fairly light rain. Even with the rain that we had during the afternoon hours, that one band of rain that lifted northward, it was still fairly light. We ended up with around 1/10 of an inch, 0.15 of an inch of rain. And I think we'll still see a few scattered showers remaining through the nighttime hours, and then it'll all go away and our skies clear off and we'll be really cool coming up in the next couple of days. Here's where everything is at 9 o'clock this evening, 10-15 mile-an-hour winds. There are several layers really of fronts out there, weak little fronts, but the main one is going to come through a little bit later on tonight, and we could see a shower until that point. Winds become northerly, then our skies start to clear off later on tonight into tomorrow morning. 15, 25 mile-an-hour winds, rather windy to start the day, dropping off though to 10 to 15. Lots of sunshine. North Carolina might see a few clouds during the day coming up for tomorrow. Here's where things are by the end of the day. A light northeasterly wind at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Now Saturday, could we see some rain? Well, yeah, we could see some rain, but it's not likely to dominate. It'll be mostly cloudy and it'll look a lot like rain, but we could see a stray shower or two coming up during the afternoon hours for Saturday. 10 to 15 mile-an-hour winds to end the day coming up Saturday. Now temperatures at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, definitely cooler, 54, 55 degrees. That's after the cool front has come through. There's where we are by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 64, 67, where we saw temperatures today into the 70s for most of us, a little cooler to the north. There's where we are Saturday morning, and then Saturday during the day, though warmer air trying to lift northward, but not entirely successful, basically into the low 60s quite likely. Here's where we are with cloud cover, and again, a spritz or two of rain every now and then. We've still got mostly cloudy skies, and we've still got a slight chance of rain. 65, 70 degrees right now. 78 in Norfolk was our high temperature for the day. There's where we are for Hampton, Chesapeake, and into Suffolk. And you can see, again, we're going to see temperatures drop on down overnight tonight, and they're not going to get back up again all that much for tomorrow. We'll see mostly sunny skies, 65, just an outside chance of rain on Saturday, but remaining cool all the way into the weekend and Monday.
They are a healthy, sweet treat that could go to your head. The new benefits of berries. Next.
Rehab through cycling. New at 5:30 will show you a unique opportunity for wounded warriors to overcome injuries riding through Hampton roads.
This might be one more reason to pile on those blueberries on your morning cereal. Researchers at Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston found those who ate the most blueberries and strawberries had a slower rate of developing memory problems by about 2.5 years. Doctors say it only takes about a 2.5 cup serving per week to see the benefit.
Good news for allergy sufferers. That pollen that makes us sniffle could protect you from something worse. Researchers at Yale University say annoying runny nose gets rid of the pollutants you breathe in. A stuffy nose keeps more of them from getting into your body. A 2005 study found that allergies and asthma reduce the risk of developing brain cancer. Tonight at 5:30, what Governor Bob McDonnell did today that will help Virginia students with food allergies. 10 of your side viewers contacted us about a text message that appears to be from Walmart promising a big prize. It's happening all over the country, and the company says it's a scam. We'll show you what to look out for.
Then, new at 5:30, treating severe allergic reactions in schools, as we just talked about. Find out the new policy that lawmakers are requiring systems to follow to keep your children safe. One, two, three, four, five.
Hey, check, check, check. 1, 2. From 24 rolls of toilet paper to a big screen TV, you can find just about anything you need at Costco. That now includes a mortgage. After a year of testing, the Discount Superstore is rolling out a full-service mortgage lending program. The test run was successful. 10,000 Costco members got mortgages. Costco already offers health and auto insurance and plans to offer student loans.
Frequent Walmart shoppers would love to have a $1,000 gift card. Viewers contacted 10 on your site about text messages they received, said that they won one. It's happened across the country, and now the Federal Trade Commission is investigating this, and here's the text message. It says, you've been selected for a $1,000 Walmart gift card. Enter code FREE at walmart.com. Now, the company's true web address is walmartstores.com. It seems legit because Walmart shoppers know that on your receipt you're asked to fill out a survey for a chance to win that $1,000 gift card. If you click on the link on the message, though, you're asked to put in personal information. Walmart says these text messages are scams and calls them smishing, the texting version of phishing. A military helicopter makes an emergency landing in Virginia Beach.